Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Slice and Spice podcast. Your favorite podcast with your favorite people. Whatever, I didn't say that right, but whatever. I'm your host, Dekel, with my co-host, Evie. We're here on the Slice and Spice podcast to debate the controversial topics of today. Is that the intro, basically? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think so. You want to say hello?
Yes, hello. Hello, it's your favorite Australian koala here, along with the Australian giraffe. Oh yeah, you're checking the headset. How's the quality?
That's good. I'll pop it like half or something.
In the podcast, you know, when the professionals, they have the headsets on.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird as hell? Like, do they not? Like, what's the point? Because like, do you hear everything through the headset, but can't you hear anyways?
Yeah, I don't really know why they hear everything through, but I think it also immerses you in the conversation. Like, think about it, if you have like noise canceling headphones.
Okay.
Wait, I should probably speak.
Oh,
right.
right.
All right, let me repeat myself. So the reason why I think they have two headphones on is because, or like when they have headphones on, is because not all podcasts do it, but people who do, I think it helps immerse people into the conversation. For example, if you have noise canceling headphones on your ears, you're hearing the voices and you're hearing like what's coming into the mic through the headphones, and you don't hear the background noise, which I think is a big advantage. Also, I think it sounds really cool to hear like this.
Yourself.
I am hearing myself. That's true. But when you speak, like for example, when you speak, it's really cool to hear it through the headphones. Yeah. I mean, you want to try?
I didn't.
You didn't even feel it. Yeah. Yeah. But I don't know. It's kind of got that. You kind of feel like a real talk show host right in the morning. Yeah.
Oh, hello, my name's Skinny Pepe. Let's get right into the news.
Close to the mic, Evie.
Oops. Check. Stereo 1.
All right. Well, let's get into the topics, okay? Let's get into the
Yes.
we have this topic here.
Let's jump right into it. What's the topics, Matt?
I'm trying to get closer because it's gonna be annoying. Bring the mic again. But we have this topic here. I don't know why it's still here. The one with the Hitler one. Should Hitler's art be burnt?
Oh, I think we should say that for a different day.
Yeah, for a different day.
Oh, I didn't even notice you added all this shit.
I did. All right. I wanted to talk about, since we're a podcast, we have to talk about other podcasts because that's what we do. So, exactly. Apparently, PewDiePie made a video about Joe Rogan calling out basically gamers, saying that gaming is like very addictive and but it's bad for you. And then there's all these memes. There were not memes, but there was this like basically he called gamers out, and PewDiePie was just like reacted to like gamers reunite. And then there was this Twitter post is like this guy saying, quit my job. I know that quit my job. Quit video games. Got a job, got a girlfriend, got a car, living the life. And then this guy posted replied to him. He said started playing your video games, got a job from playing video games, now have a car and the life and like stuff, and basically all the nine. I think it was just funny.
Wait, so Joe Rogan basically roasted gamers and said it's addictive and bad.
Yes.
And PewDiePie was like, nah, bitch.
Exactly.
All right. Well, I think I know what your opinion is. And I don't know if it surprised you or not. I think we have similar opinions. I think Joe Rogan is mainly correct.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like, I don't really want to say. I don't think gaming is like all addictive and all bad. Like, also the example of you become a gamer and then you become like a streamer or something. It's a very small that shouldn't be the example you use. I do think though it is probably for the most part just bad and addictive. But yeah, I mean, not everything, but Joe Rogan's probably for the most part actually right.
All right, I'm actually surprised. I didn't expect you to say that. I wasn't expecting that. I mean, I agree. I guess because video games isn't very much like there's not much of a benefit to it. That's the thing. There's no real world applicacy to it. Like if there's no skills that kind of transfer to the real world.
Usually,
Yeah, which is I think the main problem with video games, and doesn't really progress yourself anywhere else in life, which is a problem. But I can understand what like PewDiePie, like I think through people could. I don't think gaming is a bad that like I agree that it's not good necessarily because it doesn't really progress you, but I wouldn't say like without gaming I don't think we'd be here doing the podcast like without gaming in my life, or not without gaming, but like through gaming I found videos on YouTube, I found editing, and then like I started editing. I think I think also a big part of gaming was also music, and through gaming, also finding music. So I think it's been a positive impact on my life. It has also been a negative one, but I don't think you can say it's bad all together.
All right. Well, like, I mean, obviously, it isn't bad all around, but also like, you like there are good things about video games, or not bad things, I guess you can say. But also, I mean, you for example, you just stopped playing video games because you're like, I do too much of this shit or whatever. So you just stopped.
That's true. See that's true, but that's also because I don't know to limit myself. Like if you do video games, you just do it in moderation.
I think that's like an everybody thing.
I don't know. I think people can do it in moderation. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I feel like there's people who can do it who can successfully do it in moderation.
I think people who have real world things to do can probably moderate it, but if you don't, then I don't. I think a lot of people, myself included, don't really moderate it. I think most people don't, because it's not really. You don't think of games and then like moderation. I don't think that's what you usually think about. Oh, sorry, the mark's not on the right position. But when you're getting the other mark, this is quite weird,
I know. I went to the store like, what was it, 2 days ago? No, it was 2 days ago. I went to a store, I ordered it. It said it's supposed to come. It said that it was supposed to come in like 2 days, and they notified me. Still haven't notified me. Yeah, but they said it was either 2 weeks. So it could also be they said not 2 weeks. They said it would be either 2 days or like a week. So don't know. But yeah, this is what it's a bit weird just handing over the mic each time.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. That's true. Oh, that's cool because now it's less interrupting each other and stuff. But yeah, all that nonsense. But I think it's interesting. I guess I know what you mean with the whole video games and people can't keep it in moderation. I don't really know what to say to that because that's a pretty good example. I really don't know. But man, video games, man, they're addicting.
Yeah, also, I mean, PewDiePie, for example, would be hella defensive. I mean, the dude's like a millionaire from video game, and also I mean YouTube, but like from the fact that he plays video games. So obviously, if you make a career out of it, obviously you're gonna be like, video games aren't that bad. But also, if you do it as a career, you're taking something that I would say, besides usually being like a stress reliever or whatever, or just a way to spend your time and like leisurely, you turn it into something actually productive because you're making bank.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say to that. I guess he's right. I feel like I'm actually, I don't know what would our friends say, for example.
Well, I don't know. What friends do we have that play video games? Honestly, like Aaron, I can think of, and Jamie. I can't think of anybody else off the top of my head. Oh, Dan and also Tomer. Yeah. I don't know. I know, for me, for example, I still play video games. I do it more because I don't have much else to do. But like, I'm pretty bored of video games at this point. So I don't know if that's also part of it. Like, if I still enjoyed video games, maybe I would think differently. But I don't know. I don't know how our other friends are. I think they're kind of the same boat though. They might enjoy it, but I think they'd also, for the most part, agree that, if you from 10 p.m. until 4 a.m. just go on a grind playing a game might be kind of fun, but it's also probably not healthy.
Well, yeah, which is the problem. But I think also, I mean, your boredom of games could also be the fact that you haven't played any new games. So you've been playing the same games, Overwatch, NBA, all that stuff. I know, yeah, I don't really know what our friends would say. But then again, I think it's very different because when we used to play, it was like we'd all play together. It was like a group thing, and basically when you play together, it's just like, oh, we're going all night, baby. And also I think, I mean, I don't know. The experience of playing as a kid, I think, might be different as playing it now. But I don't know if it's just because the fact that we're different because we're not children anymore, or because of the fact that we actually have responsibilities now.
I don't know. I just think of it as like, would you rather play video games or meet up with friends or something? For me, like, it's like usually it's do something else. I don't.
Close, man.
Oh, like even closer.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying
I wanna hear you, bro.
like I'm trying to deep throat that shit.
Yeah. Wait, why can't I?
Hi guys, my name is Evie. We're doing ASMR today.
I don't know if I have those.
We're having technical difficulties.
Wait a second.
Stand by. 1 2 1 2. Testing. Stereo 1, please. On the beat. Oh, this is your Australian koala here with another morning podcast edition of Sloss and Spas. For those who are unaware, we have now transitioned to full-time podcasters. We found ourselves both on Spotify and oh no, I'm doing good, man. I'm giving us free publicity on our own podcast, and we're on the podcast app, which probably means also does that mean we're on iTunes?
Yeah, we're on iTunes.
Oh, so basically we're fucking famous. We've made it. Joe Rogan has Joe Rogan who? No, testing. Nope, still doesn't work.
The headphones are still working.
All right, well,
You can still hear.
Ripperoni.
Things working on the. Whatever. You can.
Quan L. I don't remember what my point was. Yeah.
Oh,
but
responsibilities and being a child and now.
Oh no, but responsibilities is different because I think most people will do their responsibilities over video games, except for school. But that's a different topic because school, even though it's a responsibility, I don't think most people think of it as a responsibility. They more think of it as like a shitty thing they have to do. But I don't know. Maybe that is what responsibilities are.
But the thing, well, there's another thing too, is that I think enjoyment could be very influenced by the fact of what you have to do the next day. For example, like if you're going on a night and you're just playing video games, but then like the next day you gotta like go to work or you gotta like figure out you have to like do something. It's much more different when like the next day you're just chilling, as a little kid, like because you just don't have much to do or say. What are you looking up?
I'm gonna hit us with some knowledge. Give me a second.
Okay, Evie's hitting us with some knowledge right now. It's gonna be very interesting, guys. If you haven't, go check out our YouTube channel and our Slash and Spice. We upload clips. We have podcasts every week on the weekends, and we got clips. Go check us out on Spotify and iTunes. We're kind of famous. We're very famous. Honestly, it is.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I didn't want to take it from you in the middle of your plugging us. You could finish before you gave it to me. All right, I was looking up addiction. Now, it's kind of like big brain the way they word this, but stick with me, at least the first part. A psychosocial disorder characterized by compulsively seeking to achieve a desired effect. The example they use is intoxication, despite harm and adverse consequences to self and others. So basically, they're like, if you doing something that when you do something compulsively to seek a certain effect, and it can leads to consequences for you and others. So, for example, if you play video games until 3 a.m, the next day you have, I don't want to say school because school sucks, but you have like work at 8 a.m.
Work also sucks.
Yeah, but it's like it's different. Even if it sucks, it's still kind of different. Would that if you do it consistently, I think that counts as addiction, and I think a lot of people do that with video games.
That's true. Well, okay. Well, what should we relate to? Because I think that general population is probably not using video games correctly. If there's a correct way to use video games, I guess. But I'm saying, I'm sure there's people who can who got that sweet spot. Although I don't know. Like why? I mean, I don't know. For me, for example, like why play video games when I can do something else? That's the thing. Which is basically, I think video game just becomes basically a procrastination tool for me.
I think for most.
Yeah, probably for most. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but now my procrastination tool is mainly YouTube. So.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Like, so for the most part, men play video games. Not the women, right? I mean, some women do, but for the most part, it's like boys and stuff.
70%.
Okay, really? Honestly, I thought it was even higher.
I think it's 70%. I'll search this up.
All right, yeah, let's hit us with the knowledge. Anyways, my point is, I wonder if, like binge watching a series is like the same thing. Do you see what I mean? Okay, this is the knowledge. Awaiting knowledge. ... Knowledge has not yet been received. Where are the bars?
So the distribution of computer and video games in the United States from, we'll just pick 2019. Now I'm not sure if this is included I like iPhone games, like if it's phone games. I think it just says here computer games and video games, but in 2019 it says it's like 54% men and 46% female.
No way.
Which I think, the most of the reason I think people view that there's a lot more men who play video games than female is because one, most of the multiplayer games I think are dominated by males, and also YouTube when you view like people who play video games, you kind of see it through YouTube, and YouTube is also a platform that's dominated by males.
I don't know if YouTube is dominated by males, but I'm not like dominated. Are you talking about the content creators or the viewers?
I'm saying both.
Oh, okay. No, but I'm sorry. My point is that in terms of viewers, for example, like in YouTube for like video games, the distribution is like stupidly towards male. It's like 90 or 80% male, I think, usually, if not more. So I'm thinking if it's like beauty or something, it's probably the opposite.
If it's what?
It's like a beauty.
Oh, beauty. Well, yes. But I'm saying YouTube as a whole, from I understood the statistics, is basically it's leaning towards men. YouTube, I mean, I think the gaming part is especially leaning towards men. But also it's because the games that are marketed that YouTube has like that they use YouTube as a big platform, or just games that are just leaning towards men, like all the shooting games and I don't know, like FPS.
Big games. What other games
I mean, what other big game? I mean, there's what was it?
Zelda, Animal Crossing, only thing that can be.
Animal Crossing. There.
But okay, so you're telling me first, wait, open the thing again. But that would mean like all the female gamers are in Animal Crossing. That's where everybody's coming from. Doesn't wait. Where's the thing? Because I think I understand the conundrum. I think it's because it says distribution of computer and video gamers. So I think it means like who has computers as well, which is not the same. Do you see what I mean? No. No, am I wrong, or do you just not get what I'm saying? Like I think it's saying the distribution of people who have computers, not video games, maybe, because it's like two things.
No. It says the distribution of computer and video gamers. It means computer gamers and video gamers. Let's try to see another chart by New Zoo. This can only show me. I can't see. Bruh, this is an interesting grasp. Well, I'll look at this. You entertain the viewers. Not the viewers, I guess
The audio only listeners, because somebody here is a little bitch and doesn't want to do a video podcast. Oh, let us know in the description, the comments below, if you want to see our beautiful faces 24/7. You know, see the beautiful luscious hair of Dekel Kaplan.
Well, one day we'll have a face reveal. Anyways, actually, no, we ready? I'm so stupid. Okay, yes. Go check out our quarantine podcast of Nuria and other ones. But I think, okay, so overall, what I understood, it's around 50-50, leaning towards men. I think I also heard this before as well. You just don't hear about the female. Like, I think most of the female players either in the games, they're probably just like mics are muted and they just don't talk, so you just don't hear them, or two, they're just playing like single player games. Yes, but I forget how we got to this topic. Something about hanging out. Sorry, something either like hanging out or rather play video games, something like that. I don't remember.
I don't remember either. No, I don't. I have in America, I had a friend who his whole family was obsessed with Zelda. And his mom was the most obsessive Zelda fan. I think I told you about this once. She was so obsessed with it that when a Zelda game came out on the Wii U, they did not own a Wii U, so she just went to the store, immediately picked up a Wii U, and bought the Zelda game and finished it.
Oh my God.
Oh, does the headset work now? Do you hear the ASMR vibes? No ASMR, Dekel? Not working? We need Alone here, bro. He needs to do the technical magic.
We're taking a little podcast break. We'll just cut this. How do I hit there?
Oh, and we're back. We need to have advertisements, so we can plug them in as breaks. It's like, now a short break from Squarespace. Or no longer Seat Geeks. R.I.P. Seat Geeks. They're probably gone. Yeah, they. No way. Wrong time.
Yeah.
I don't know if I finished the story, but basically, the mom was obsessed with Zelda, and she bought a Wii U, and then finished the Zelda game in like a night. Yeah, and then also, once when my cousin visited, we had Super Mario Galaxy, I think, and none of us played it, because, I don't know, I'm not a big Mario guy. And then one night, she played it for like the whole night, I think. And then she finished the game. I think something like that, I remember.
The mom?
No, my cousin.
Your cousin, okay. That's insane. That sounds like me. We had friends in America. When I used to live in America, I think all my friends, like all my friends had Wiis basically, and I was one of them without a Wii. I had to come over to my friend who had a Wii, and I would play Wii Sports, more Super Mario. What else was there?
So she was like 26. Wasn't like a teenager.
Wait, what?
My cousin was 26. Like my cousin who played the game the whole night was 26. So it wasn't just like some random teenager.
What was she doing with her life?
She was visiting because she just recently got married in that year, I think. And so she visited with my cousin. And yeah, I don't know. They just stayed like a week at her house or something, I think. And then she played Super Mario Galaxy. So something like that.
Did she now like work or like university?
Vacation.
She was on vacation.
Yeah, because they live in America.
That's cool. I mean, man, I guess I wish I'd be that cool, Mm-hmm. Totally. Gangsta. Very gangsta. Well, okay. So what was the conclusion we've come to on the video games?
I don't know. Well, what's your conclusion?
Well, the conclusion I've come to. Listen, I really don't know. I don't know. I don't want it. Never have. Listen, I think it's, man, I don't know. I think video games would be really good, just in moderation. Like, I feel like it'd be I think it'd be a good accessory to life if there were moderation. But you have to, man, you have to like it's hard, especially as like a little kid. It's really easy to become addicted. And you're like, and like even if like, in like in the perfect world where your parents kind of like give you like a certain limited time, you'd be like, well, that's fucking bullshit. Why only give me 2 hours on Xbox, mommy?
Yeah, we didn't have. I think my brother had very slight limitations because he wouldn't do anything but play video games. But I never, for example, had any limitations. So I played a fuck ton, I think. But I don't know. I think in theory, if you play a bit, it's fine. But I think the problem with video games is just that it's very easy to end up playing like 6 hours of video games instead of like an hour or two. So yeah.
I watched a video by this YouTube channel named Wheezy Waiter that basically posts videos about personal experiments that he does and kind of like documents it. Anyways, he like talked about why people feel bad after playing video games, and one of the things was that with video games you can sort of like you be like, okay, I'll play a game for like an hour, but in video games there's no like when you're watching, for example, we were comparing it towards shows and TV. In TV, you can watch like an episode, so there's like a start to end finish. In video games, it's very open. You can play. There's no like stop place. Like you can maybe say like I'll play one mission, but like you can always. It's very easy to just continue along.
Yeah, that's true. I realized that, and I wanted to start playing a little less. So what I did, for example, when I played Overwatch, after I would play like 2 games, I would be like, I'll play until I lose, and then sometimes I just played for like 2 hours straight if I'm like actually like popping. But usually I'd play like 2 more games then lose, and then I just get off.
That's smart. But then again, it's kind of like if you lose in Overwatch, my mindset's it's a good one to have, to be like, if you just lose again, I'll should get off. But and sometimes it just be like, I want to win back my pride. So. ASMR. Welcome to my ASMR podcast. I wonder if there's probably an ASMR podcast. Yeah, probably making. But yeah, obviously, yeah. Yeah. So I guess at the end of the day, I think it's better not to have video games. I didn't. Good thing it wasn't the microphone.
Violated the microphone.
It was only the pop filter, but it's fine. Yeah, I guess at the end of the day, it's not much of a good idea. Then again, like, I mean, yeah, we compared it. We didn't talk about this, but like compared it to a show, I guess, like what would be better? I mean, I guess as a show, you can say there's just episodes. So it's easier to stop. At the same time, I guess you can say video games. There's an argument saying that video games is something that's more active, and show you're just kind of like watching. You're not doing anything. So I see that point. And I kind of know some of these arguments because I remember used to do, when they asked us to do a presentation, I usually pick why video games are actually good for you, because I was a bit of a nerd. Still am.
Yeah, facts. Fucking big nerd, bro. You just need some glasses, man. Yeah, but I was wondering that too, because for example, a few months ago when I was sick, one day, like in the evening, I just, I couldn't really leave my bed. So I watched like 6 hours straight of Community until like 3 a.m. because I couldn't fall asleep. I'm wondering, like, I think that's just essentially the same as I don't know, if I played Overwatch for like 5 hours straight.
But also, I mean, what if, like, are you comparing it to playing Overwatch by yourself or playing with friends? I think those things are 2 different things.
That's true. I basically only play Overwatch alone now because I have no friends. So that's true though. Playing Overwatch with friends is different. It depends who you're playing with though. Depending on the person, it can be either more fun or more tilting, Like if you die and they say, just don't die, lol. I might tilt you a little bit. So it depends.
Yeah. I know for me though, Overwatch, I mean, playing video games, like multiplayer ones, would always I like it used to I lose my temper sometimes. When I lose my temper, I just get angry. Because for example, like when you're being limited from uncontrollable variants like ping, FPS, and then you die and just like, oh, Yeah, even in Battlefield, I was like, well, I think I was once playing alone, and I just kept getting killed. I'm like, why am I so bad? So, yeah, I guess the conclusion we've come to is just it's just bad. Or
Facts.
no, okay, well, I'll just keep the microphone. Well then,
Move us on to the next.
moving.
We talked about it for too long.
Next segment, we can talk about things forever. Okay,
It's true. I feel like we kind of recycled the same shit there and the
that's a good point. We might have recycled some stuff, but listen, it's this podcast is for entertainment purposes. I think we should just bust out. Dude, we should do a full podcast with just an accent. I don't think I'd be able to last, but it'd be cool to see how far we go.
Bro, I would be able to do it the whole time easily. Because if I start an accent, I have a hard time not doing the accent. When we started the pod, and we start with the Australian in quotation marks accent, I don't know what the fuck that accent is. I just have a hard time stopping. When we played Overwatch once, and we just had an Australian accent, I just couldn't stop. I could not speak in my normal voice. It's just hard when you start.
Yes, it is quite. It's very addicting. I like it. I like it a lot. I think it's cool. I'm gonna go off the list, the topic list, but something cool that I discovered recently, which I told you about, is this channel called The Longest John. No, I didn't tell you the name of it. I told you. Okay, Evie just looked at me with a confused face for you audio listeners. Anyways, yeah, it's basically this YouTube channel where they sing pirate shanties. Yes. So I saw this through because I've been watching a lot of Sea of Thieves videos because they're very entertaining. So there's this group of people that sing sort of pirate shanties, like little folk pirate songs kind of ish, and they're very good. They're very good, and the songs that they sing are also they're very nice to. It's very fun, and then like also sing along, and so I'm surprised by how much I like that stuff, and it's very fun to listen to multiple voices like sing a song. I don't know, it's something very satisfying about it. Like as you can hear one voice, but when like one voice joins with more voices, it's just like harmony. Yeah, that's the word. Oh wow, you're you're cerebral, Evie. You're cerebral. So yeah, I think you guys if anyone listening, that was so sad. But go check out The Longest John because they have some really cool music.
Yeah, I know. I think with how big we are here, I think we can really do Longest John a favor here. Just get his channel rolling. How many subscribers does he have, huh?
How many subscribers? I don't know. Probably quite a few.
Oh yeah. So maybe you should do us a solid instead of us doing him a solid.
It's them, maybe.
Them? It's okay. Well, the channel is called John.
The Longest Johns.
What? Let me see. What?
Longest Johns.
No, Johns. Okay, I was gonna say they should be Johns and not John.
They almost have 100K.
Longest Johns, if you're listening, or if any of you Johns are listening, help us, please. we gotta get that Joe Rogan money.
Oh my god.
Make us rich. So Dekel, is your next Spotify special gonna be a pirate shanty? Is that what you're telling us? Hinting at your next big project?
No, it is not. Although actually, that'd be really cool to do. But I wouldn't just. Dude, I'd have to be really talented just to use my voice and make a song with that. My voice. This is what I've learned recently. Okay, as someone who has no experience of singing, but wants their voice to be heard. It's less, I guess, about I think singing is less about the actual. I mean, I don't know. I want to say it's less about the skill, but I feel like the more confident that you are in just letting your voice be heard, the better singing you'll like that will come out. The better voice will come out of of your mouth. Wow, I just phrased it so poorly. What I'm trying to say is basically the more confident you are, the better singing you'll do. Like it, you're just kind of like, yeah, yeah,
No, I have no idea.
yeah. But I mean, for example, I don't think I've ever. I mean, I don't know if I would say ever, but around people, I'll never kind of like let my voice be heard, or not never let my voice be heard, but I'll never be truly confident. But for example, when I was in the car and I was chanting along these pirate chanties, I kind of just like let it all out, and like I think it's a lot different when you're kind of very like when you're just confident about letting your voice out, because I feel like I think when you're speaking and you have kind of like these in your mind, you're kind of like restrictions in your mind to be like, don't sing too loud, or kind of like scare what people will say. I think that maybe physically restricts your vocals from sounding as good as they can be.
I don't honestly. I really have no idea. Like I don't know. I mean, I know some people who sing, but everyone for the most part, I think singing is much more of a practice thing.
Okay, yeah.
Like I don't think it actually has to do with your natural voice. Like, cause like you're wait. Let me think how I don't sound like a retard here. Like. If you have I'm trying to say if you have a not a good singing voice, I think you can turn into a good singing voice. Also because of confidence and also because of just practice, But I don't know. At the same time, I have a hard time believing me, for example, would ever have a beautiful, angelic singing voice, But I remember once I saw a clip of Ed Sheeran, who was something of him singing when he was young or something, and his voice sounded horrendous. But I mean, now he's he's pretty popular. He's been around.
Yeah. Actually, I didn't know about that video. That's interesting. People come from they weren't always where they were now. And just like Ed Sheeran, he had to pass. He had to work. He had to grind. Just like we are. Come on, Spotify, give us a 200 million Spotify deal already.
Oh, 200 million.
Oh wait, was Joe Rogan 100 million? Oh, okay.
I think so.
Okay, well, give us 200 million because we're better. Yes. One day this podcast will blow up. And it won't be Beirut. Okay, well, anyways. Yes, because we can't get popular without edgy jokes. I feel like this fire's not.
It'll get us canceled.
Nah. Joe Rogan always says bad stuff, and he never gets canceled, and he has a contract of Spotify.
Yeah, but he's a comedian. He's like, well, first of all, he's already huge, so it's hard to cancel someone who's that huge. Also, he's a comedian, They say whatever the fuck they want.
Okay, first of all, we can be comedians too. Okay.
But we're not, are we?
I mean, we're jokesters.
It's like huge. I don't know.
I think anyone who listens to this podcast wouldn't think we take ourselves too seriously.
No, but no. There's a difference between, joking and being a comedian. Comedian is someone who's gone on stage, said an offensive joke, and gotten people to laugh. Like, dude, imagine going on stage and saying like a really like triggering joke. It's not you gotta have some balls to do that, I think. No.
No, but like, okay, but if you're saying, okay, taking what you said, so what's the difference between other people, for example, us, saying something else that's triggering, but ends up funny?
Oh, no, what?
You said it takes, like, as a comedian, they go on stage, they say a triggering joke, turns out funny.
Oh, okay. I mean, they're used to, because he has the past of being a comedian, people are used to hearing him say, quote unquote, bad shit.
Well, this is good. So we start saying bad shit from the beginning.
Oh, okay.
So then, also, I think if a podcast is so small, then there is no point in canceling. You can't cancel it because
you can't kill what's already
you
dead.
can't kill what's already dead. Exactly. What dies shall never be dead. Is that what the Unsullied said?
I think so.
Not Unsullied. The fuck.
Pirates of the Caribbean, those people.
No.
No.
The
fire people, no?
no.
Of Game of Thrones.
Not fire people. Oh wait, I think it's also the fire people.
Night
Targaryens.
Lords people. What's dead may never die.
Yeah, what's dead may never die. Yes. What were they called again? The
was the
unborn.
Lord of
The
Light.
dead. The unborn. The unburnt. The unburnt.
The burnt toast. I don't know what they are. Is this the people that followed the Lord of the Light or whatever his name is, or is that some other people?
No.
Listen, Fram, I can't follow all these freaking names and the ching chongs and the blah blahs and all these made up languages and stuff. Okay, so it's hard enough.
Okay. First of all, it's the people from Theon's clan. Okay. And they're called. Fuck, I don't know what they're called. The religion of the drowned god.
Yeah,
But what is their island called? I want to know. The Iron Islands. Thank you.
So good.
Thank you. This is beautiful. Now we know. Okay, well I'm gonna segue into another topic that I had. So, have you seen these speed dating videos?
I have not. No. I have not seen these videos.
Well, let me tell you about them. They're interesting. Well, this is another video that PewDiePie reacted to. So technically, this podcast is just a reaction to PewDiePie's reaction. Anyways, no, not really. But there's these speed dating apps, or not speed dating apps, speed dating videos where they take a person, they bring them into this room, and then they'll sit her down, and then there's 30 people around her, and they're all in the WhatsApp chat. And basically, she's kind of going through. She's like kind of like putting up filters, like anybody who doesn't like this, blah blah blah, leave the circle. And basically, that's the premise of this of these speed dating videos. There's another one where this guy swipes, where there's like a line of girls or not a line, or it can be any gender, but the person like swipes left or right. And it's really funny because it's just like they swipe left, I think left, and then like the girl's just like depressed face, like you don't see it, but like you kind of do see it. But it's funny because, well, one of these videos, there was a girl who basically, man, it was so fun to laugh at her because she was ridiculous. Basically, she like gave all these filters and all these limitations, like you have to do this, you have to be over like 6 foot, you can't be younger than me because it sounds like you're my younger brother. I know, it's some dumbass shit. Basically, at the end, everyone left the circle because there was no one good enough. And then one of the guys who left the circle at the end said, "You're gonna be single for a while."
I've never watched these speed dating videos, but the first question. Are you watching? Are you hate watching these videos?
Hate watching. Oh, well, I watched. At the beginning, I remember watching them for the first time. I was watching them just for the entertainment, just like what could possibly go on. And then I watched it again because PewDiePie reacted to it because I thought it was kind of funny.
Oh, okay. So you didn't watch many. Okay, so you're still a rookie. There's this. There's this show called 90 Day Fiancé, where they fly. So if I can understand the premise, it's in America, and there's one dude. Yeah, you know this. So there's one dude in America, and one person who doesn't live in America who flies on a visa, exactly for 90 days. No, isn't it a visa? Whatever it is.
I know, but they basically get a green card if they marry.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and they have 90 days to figure out if they're gonna marry or not. Just they get paid, right?
People?
Yeah, right. Like I don't know. You think you just just gonna go on the show, just fly to America, meet this random dude. It's probably like. Yeah, it's probably like 30 years older than you, and be like, "Do you want to marry this man?" I don't think you have to fly there to find out the answer. I don't really get why people watch this stuff though.
I think this is very interesting. I don't know why I yawned as I said that, but I think it's interesting because like the stakes are high. It's a drama, you know. Because think about it: if the people say yes, then you could end up with a shitty ass marriage, and also or not, and then but also at the same time, a person who's outside of the U.S. gets a green card to get into the U.S. And a person in the U.S. and basically the two of them could basically end up with a shitty marriage or a good one. We don't know, but it's a thing. They find out, so it's crazy, and it's like drama. And basically, they pick people who are like, because they know they want people to be, they want the drama. Like I remember, do you know I think there was the one where this really rich nerdy guy and this Russian girl. I think it's the same show, but it's at least the same premise. Where there's this part where there's a really rich guy who's like a bit of a nerd and like doesn't really have good self-esteem, and then this Russian chick who is like, you know, very pretty, basically just using him for money and stuff and to basically get a green card. And he's just like he's a simp. He's a full-on simp, and it's in, you know, I guess I mean that can be entertaining. Obviously not to me that much. It's just kind of painful to watch. But I mean, a lot of people get a lot of entertainment from cringe, or pain from others, or just like the ridiculousness. Like, you know, the Kardashians is another example.
Yeah, I was thinking that's a very long-going and popular show. Yeah. Also, there's another. I don't know if it's that one or a different one of 90 Day Fiancé. There's like a 50-something-year-old and this 20-something-year-old. Yeah, I have no idea, but my gut tells me they don't get married. Also, the 50-something-year-old I know has a daughter who I think is older than the person in the show. Do you get what I'm saying?
Older than the person? Yikes.
Yeah.
Yikes.
So, yeah, it's not.
Wait, his daughter's older than his like.
Yes. So yeah. She would be older than her mom, and then her stepmom.
Yeah, that's weird.
It's very weird.
Nothing else to say?
No, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an odd show, but it definitely gets views. Like think about it. Anything with like love, bro, just like just tunnel, beautiful, dude. All the views, right to me, right to the thing. But there's a funny in one of the speed video dating videos.
You can speak.
Yeah, one of the speed dating videos. The guys, when it was like a girl filtering out guys, the girl was about to say like you have to be like over like 5 something, and one of the guys, so they're all in like in this WhatsApp group, like all the guys and the girl, and all the guys was like, the guy was like, she's about to, careful guys, she's about to Thanos us. And then one guy texted, mission failed, we'll get him next time. Yeah, honestly the video was like the most entertaining part of the video was like seeing the guys text in the group. They were really funny. But yeah, dude, it's interesting. It's an interesting premise, and bit of a yikes as well. I don't know. I feel like these shows. Well, definitely, I think the shows but I don't know about the videos. But the shows, for example, they obviously take people who are more, you know, more susceptible to doing creating drama around them, and more dramatic. There's also this. I know there's this guy who went on the Rogan podcast who was on the Donald Trump show, basically, and the reason the producers were behind the show were like they wanted to take Trump, a businessman, because they didn't want like a normal businessman that would make, you know, Bill what's his face, Bill Gates, because, you know, he's like actually gonna try to do stuff that's smart. They wanted a very impulsive person who is kind of a psycho.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the President of the United States of America. God bless America.
Yeah. It's interesting. You know, but what is interesting, actually, which speaking of Donald Trump, is that the whole thing where he was, I don't remember, there was a tweet at the beginning he called TikTok like some danger to freedom and stuff. In the beginning, I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? And then I find out that apparently China is actually using TikTok to spy on people, which is crazy, dude.
Is it?
Listen, it's not as crazy. Like I can comprehend it, obviously, but it's crazy to me that they successfully did it.
Listen, I think everybody spies on everybody all the time now, and I'm not surprised at all. I'm more surprised that people are surprised. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, for example, you know who Edward Snowden is?
Edward who?
Snowden.
No.
He's the guy that revealed the NSA about America and that they're spying on everybody and doing all this stuff and invading your rights and all that. I bet you every single country does that. Except maybe the Scandinavian countries, because they're like from a whole other planet. They're like, they're not supposed to be here. But I bet you they all do it. The only thing is they got like it was revealed in America. But I bet you everybody spies on everybody. I don't think it's actually that weird. It's not good, obviously, but it's not. I don't think it's surprising at all.
Listen, I don't think it's surprising. I think. I guess you're right. I guess it just shocks me that it kind of came to light.
It's the world we live in.
It's the world we live in. Also, like, think about it. TikTok is huge.
Yeah.
Like, at the same time, like, what can you have in people? Like, what can China, like, possibly have in people who are, like, that don't, like, what? They're, like, they have, like, some videos, some embarrassing videos, but, like, people might have, like, worse shit there. But, I'm thinking, like, if you're using TikTok innocently, I don't think there's, like, a big problem.
No, but I don't think it's just that they have your TikTok. I think it's just like they have some access to your phone if you have TikTok or something. If they have your TikTok videos, doesn't mean that China's not doing anything. You can have anybody's TikTok videos as well because it's on TikTok.
You can also have private videos.
Oh yeah, but come on, that's like the same. That's almost the same thing. I think there's more than that. I don't think it's just that they have access to your private TikTok videos. So that's not very scandalous. But I mean, it's kind of like the world we live in, where nobody really cares or really understands privacy. I mean, I remember I talked about this with my family a few weeks ago, and my dad's like, "Would you pay YouTube, for example, $5 a month so they wouldn't steal all the data you give them and sell them to other companies, or would you just not give them the $5 every month and let them take all that information?" And basically everybody would be like, "Yeah, I don't want to pay $5 a month. Fuck that." So as as a lot of entertainment stuff become cheaper, there is technically a price, just not money, and nobody really either cares or minds or knows or. Yeah. Also, it's a little hard because we don't really see how it affects us. I don't see any way I'm being quote unquote spied on, except that when I watch something on Netflix, I randomly get recommended all the clips of the world on YouTube. That's the only thing I can think of. I'll start watching a show on Netflix. I start watching Peaky Blinders. All of a sudden, recommended tons of Peaky Blinder videos on YouTube. I'm like, that's weird. But there's I don't know. There's a bunch of psychological effects, the recency bias or confirmation bias, or whatever. So I'm like, maybe this isn't. Maybe I'm just imagining it. And then it happened again with the Vikings as well. And I'm like, okay, that's the only example I can think of when your information is being given or sold or whatever. But there's probably like bad examples and stuff that happened that we just don't know. I think there was I don't know if it was like a bank company or credit card companies or whatever a few years ago that a bunch of information got leaked. Like people hacked into the database or something, and millions of people's information got leaked, and they waited like I think it was half a year to a year to tell everybody that happened, that there was a data breach.
Oh my god, damn, bro, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But there's data breaches all the time apparently.
Yeah, but they don't always announce it, which is the fucked up part.
Yeah. But there's a website that tells you if certain data has been breached. Connect to your Gmail.
How do you know that?
Search it. You want to search it up?
No, I'm saying
What do you mean? How do I know that?
Like, how do they know when your data is breached?
Oh, there's I don't remember it. So it's a website that basically you type in your Gmail and it basically shows you what websites that use your Gmail that have been breached in the past, because they apparently, I think there's people who like track what websites have been breached, and then they see if your email has been used on that website. They'll be like, oh, this website that you might have used this email has been breached, and then basically that helps you basically to change your password on those websites.
If you breach a database and have millions of I don't know, phone numbers or credit cards or emails, you don't necessarily use all of them at once. Like, I think a lot of stuff probably still get passed. You see what I mean?
What?
You breach a database, you got millions of emails. If they don't use your email, you won't know there's a data breach.
No. Okay, so you don't understand what I'm saying. So, for example, let's say you sign up on Yahoo with your Gmail, and then in 2012, for example, Yahoo had a data breach. They don't necessarily. That doesn't mean they necessarily someone stole your email or anything. It just means that, right, could be that your email is susceptible to somebody taking it.
There's a chance it's been breached.
Yeah, basically. But just because your email's out there doesn't mean no one has used it. Doesn't mean that someone has used it yet, basically. Yeah. So then you basically try to change your password before someone does. And that's why there recently, I mean, I don't know how recent this was. I don't think it was that recent, but like I think maybe a year ago there was a bunch of emails of people, scammers that sent these emails because people just like found emails saying, "Hey, we saw you whack off to this porn video. Send us money, or we release it to release the video of you whacking off to the porn to all of the internet, and then ruin your life and stuff." But they don't actually have the video. Yeah. But the thing is, they sound like they do because they know your password because they just take it from one of the breaches. And then Black Mirror did an episode on that. Basically, this guy was threatened. Oh, I don't even want to talk about it.
First episode?
No, it's not the first episode. It's about this guy who's low-key a pedophile, and then basically someone sends him an email, "Hey, we saw you jacking off to pedophile porn, and we'll release this video unless you do this for us," and he does some shady shit. And yeah. And then they still release the video. Which is funny. And then his mom calls like, "Jason, what have you done, Jason?"
Bro, I remember Black Mirror literally takes all the the worst possible cases for the future and make just all the episodes about them. Yeah. Like, what if I don't know, they probably have a bunch of really pessimistic people working there, you know? A lot of Debbie Downers.
I don't think it's Debbie Downers.
They're like, "All right, team, gotta think of just horrible shit you can do with technology. Hit me up. What's your idea?" I mean, do you remember have you seen the first episode of Black Mirror?
What is it?
Bro, it's insane. It's like the Prime Minister of England or something, and an important daughter, I don't know if it's his daughter or the daughter of the Queen or something, let's say it was the daughter of the Queen, was kidnapped. And they tell the Prime Minister, "You have to fuck a pig live on TV and we will release her." And so it's a video about that. That's the first episode of Black Mirror. Yeah. They just try to find like the most fucked up shit.
Did he do it?
I don't remember. I think he did it. I think so. But then they trolled him because they actually released her before the video was live. So they pranked him basically. They got him good. They got him good.
Bruh, that's funny. I mean, I not really. But I think it's also people who are conspiracy theorists.
I guess so, yeah.
Because be like, "Oh, the government spies on us. Yeah. And the robots will take over us." I remember, the only Black Mirror scenes, the only Black Mirror episodes I've seen was in middle school when our teacher showed it to us, yeah. Which was very interesting. But they're also very freaky. Like, I don't think I can watch them.
Really?
Like, by myself, I couldn't watch them. They're too freaky. Especially that one with a guy who has to face his fears basically, and he's running away, and he's like traveling the world, and he's trying to.
Yeah.
That was, oh fuck, that was mind fucking, dude. I did not want to watch that at all. not again. But yeah, Black Mirror is, dude. They feed on the little possibility of something crazy happening with this new technology. Oh god, it's horrifying.
Do you think it's realistic though? Like, I don't really watch Black Mirror. I've only seen some episodes. I mean, and they're good, but I kind of I don't really take any of it seriously. You know, I think it's all just the worst possible case a lot of times for like X piece of technology. I don't think a lot of the things that happen in the show have a chance of happening in real life.
Yeah, I definitely would agree with you. I don't think any of them. I don't think any of them would happen in real life. But it is something. Like it is interesting to ponder. Like it's some of the things they talk about. I think it's mostly things are very exaggerated. I remember one of the episodes is like and do you remember? I don't think. Have you seen this one? It's one where each person has like their own rating and you rate people. Yeah. So that one was very exaggerated, but I think in a certain extent it kind of represented something that in our society that we live in today's society, that like with Instagram and stuff, people are just kind of like rate people like by likes and stuff or in ratings.
Bro,
I don't think it's nowhere near close.
No, I know, but I don't even know if that's really true though. Like how many people?
No, okay, I'm not saying if it's.
No, I know, but I don't know. I can't really think of people in general though that are look at the likes and followers and all that stuff. And relate that to the person. Do you see what I mean?
It could be that they don't. Okay.
Maybe I just don't know these people.
Okay. Yes. Obviously, there could be people like that because in any situation, there's always people. Nothing's black and white. But I think you're right though. That I think, and I will say then most people who do look at the likes, it's more people looking at their own likes and being like, oh, this is like my worth, for example.
No, but I'm saying I don't think it's like that.
See, that's what you don't know. I mean, I think I wouldn't say I know people. I mean, I'm trying to think if I know anybody who does. But I feel like I definitely felt, and I've seen people who see Instagram as a big part of their life, and it has a big influence. Listen, I mean, I think the likes thing is a thing. I mean, why? Like, then if people aren't, I mean, people are always looking for likes subconsciously.
That's true, but I think there's a difference. I don't know if this is true, but I think there's probably a difference between wanting to get likes on Instagram and correlating those likes to your life. You know, like I don't think people necessarily even know why they want the likes. They're just like, I don't know, dude. I want the highest number I can get. You know, I don't think they relate that at all to them as a person. You know, or other people for that matter.
Yeah.
Unless I don't know, it's famous. Even famous people, I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I guess not. Then again, I don't know because I've lost such thankfully I've lost touch with Instagram so much.
Way out of our
can't really speak on this, which is kind of nice. It's nice to say that. I'm very glad I am no longer. I'm Instagram free from.
Honestly, it's something like about like the video game thing. I think social media is the same thing, probably, where you can just waste a lot of time doing jack shit when you really think about it. Like TikTok. How many hours do our friends spend on TikTok? They're like, yeah, I was just gonna go on 5 minutes, and then I spent 3 hours on there.
Okay, well, I have a few things to say. One, I think video games is a lot better than social media. Mm-hmm. I think 100% video games are a lot better than social media. I think, listen, because video games, I think, is just the way it's like you can have fun. I guess it's not really useful, I guess, but social media, I feel just, man, like for example, saying all that fake shit and being like, ugh, like the world of Instagram is just very fake, and people are just faking to be someone else that they're really not. Or for example, just like faking other shit that they're doing, faking bodies, faking feats of strength, whatever it may be. And I also feel like it just has a negative effect on people's morale, self-esteem, and all that whatnot. I think video games as might get close to that kind of stuff, but it's nowhere near it. But TikTok, I will say TikTok might if you're on the creating side of TikTok, I think it might be cool. Yeah. But I agree. I agree. I guess that the video games with TikTok it might be similar, but I think video games outperforms social media by far. Like when it comes to positives and negatives.
Well, I know I'm not necessarily talking about positive and negative. I do agree with you. Like, I think there's a much larger feeling of I did nothing when you spent 3 hours scrolling through Instagram or whatever, than if you play video games for 3 hours. But I just mean at the end of the day, like I don't know, watching a show or playing video games or TikTok or Instagram. It's just like a way to spend a lot of hours doing jack shit, you know. It's all kind of in the same category. At least if you're not on the content side of making it. I wonder also if, because I have no idea. I wonder if it was always like this. You know, like for example, when our parents were kids, they also have a lot of essentially bullshit that you can spend 4 hours on it and not even, this time flies.
See, I don't think so.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah. For example, for my mom's childhood, she was basically always at the country, basically just doing stuff, playing tennis, swimming, doing all that whatnot. And then my dad was outside hunting animals.
Really? Your dad hunted?
No, he didn't hunt animals. He was because he lived in the desert area. And there, like, he, like, basically went and he tried to, like, capture lizards and stuff and all that whatnot. Yeah. Oh, and then, oh, my God. This is a story about my dad. He's such a nerd. I think I told you about this. So, basically, there's the game Sheshbesh, right? How do you say it in English?
Backgammon.
Backgammon? Yeah. So, there's the game Backgammon. And basically, so my dad had a very, 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 very nerdy friend. Yes, well, I'm gonna tell us for the podcast. So basically, my dad, what happened? They had the summer, and basically, this nerd friend of his was like, they say backgammon is a game of luck, so let's put that to the test. So him and my father played 100 games of backgammon, and they wrote down every single result of every single game, and and eventually it came out to 50-50. So they proved it was a game of luck. But it's so funny. They played 100 games. But, think about it. I don't think anyone, the chances of that thing happening in the summer of, back then than now is, a lot bigger. Because you have so many distractions of social media and, stuff. You don't have shit to just kind of lose yourself in. I guess the shit you'd lose yourself in would be real shit. And I think the only video games was just arcade games where you have to, push in a coin. That's, I think, your closest thing was to video games, or I guess, and social media it wasn't even a thing. Yeah. There wasn't even internet.
I mean, I know when my dad was a teenager, we both have nerdy fathers. My dad started coding and spent all day doing a bunch of that voodoo shit. So I mean, I guess my dad did actually spend a lot of time in front of the screen, I think, but it was in a much more productive way. I think you could say.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. Come on, They must have done some just completely dumb, useless bullshit,
I have one.
What?
Gambling.
That they did?
No, I'm not saying they did. I'm saying just in general, gambling.
That's still a thing now.
That's true. That's what I'm saying. Something that was still there. I don't know anything that's they can just addicting as social media or video games. I have no idea. Because think about it. Literally, video games and social media have been programmed to be addicting. I don't know. I have no idea what else. Listen, you don't have back then. You don't have video games. You don't have social media. I don't think you have the internet yet because it was 1970s. Yeah. My oh wait no. The 80s. Yeah, the 80s. Yeah. because my parents were born in 1969, 68, I think. Yeah, that makes sense. So it was around the 80s. So yeah, I think there's only TV. I guess you can lose yourself on TV, but there was only like 1 or 2 channels when my parents were growing up. At least that's what it was in Israel. So, yeah, basically, and because Israel was cheap, they didn't adopt color TVs until a few years after it came out. So I guess TV was the only one, but there was also radio. But I don't know if you can lose yourself in radio.
I think people would.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, for example, back in the day in America, people would just spend 3 hours on their porch listening to a baseball game on the radio. I think that was a very popular thing that used to occur. But there's that. What else? I don't know. I just like you go even more back. You're in like the 1800s, right? Bro, what the fuck? What do you do all day? What do you do all day?
Come on. Work, sleep, repeat, dude.
Yes, so, but man, that sounds so boring, man.
But also try not to die. That's one of them.
No, this is in the 1800s. Not everywhere was a fucking death sentence.
Not everywhere was a death sentence. I think most places were. I'm trying to think. America was fighting for revolution, right? No, it was the 17th. Okay. Well, America, if you were black, it was shitty.
Okay.
If you were white, I guess it was still kind of shitty because most people were poor. I think socioeconomically, back then it was very rich are very rich, poor very poor. I think it kind of was more than it was now. I'm trying to think. Listen, I think what people just worked all day and little kids played, and people had hobbies. People just did their hobbies.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's no for example, people probably went to like dances and stuff like that. I just find it hard to believe that people just worked all day. I don't think that doesn't seem right to me. I don't think that's true either.
Well, okay. There's a few things. Or a couple of things. One, they probably didn't work all day. Probably like most of the day, and then something with the rest.
They probably worked much more than we do now.
Yes. Well, I guess it depends who you speak to. I think a lawyer would probably say that he works more than.
No, but there are a lot more manual jobs back then.
That's true. Yeah, but I think it's my phone. Anyways, I'm popular, I know. But also, when you have to live, working, you gotta work. There's no other. You've got no other choice. Wait, when was the urbanization? When people moved to the cities? It was like I think the early 1900s, right? I think so. Oh yeah, maybe you could maybe you're right. I think it's 1900s. But I mean, yeah, I guess also just hanging out with your buds. I think people hung out more than they do now.
Probably.
Maybe.
I mean, I know my parents say. Parents also say that when they were kids, they were out the whole day doing shit. Yeah. With friends and just playing tag or whatever. Whatever all the youngsters did back in the day,
Hey, yikes. Okay. They rather drop the mic, dude. Drop the mic, lol. I mean, yeah, basically. We were out all day. We were doing all this stuff. Yeah, I got our world has changed. I don't know for the better. I don't know for the worse. It's different.
Yeah, I think about that. Like, if you're a grandparent's age, if you are forgive the term, a boomer. I mean, like the amount the world has changed in your lifetime, it's probably nuts. It's probably very, very weird. Like when you're born like the 1940s, what the fuck do you have back then? Now you got like fucking all these screens everywhere. You got this iPads and all this bunch of shit.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah, just ask your grandpa. Hey, grandpa, what was it like back in the day? And he'll be, because we live in Israel, he'd be like, I was too busy fighting the war after war after war, but So maybe you have to ask somebody who lived in America or something. I don't know. Maybe that's what they used to do all the time before they had screens. Yeah, just fought a bunch of shit ton of. I mean, hey, we've had some. I mean, I don't know. We've had some. Yeah, we've had some shit since, but I don't know. if you go from like the 80s, how much shit has there been? When was the Cold War?
The Cold War was
60s? 70s?
well, it was a bit before, ever since World War II.
No, but until when?
Until when?
Yeah.
It's still going on.
No, but there was a period where they were...
Where it was really hot.
Where there was... The Cold War was taking place via wars. Like when they would... like Vietnam.
Yeah, that was the one.
But there was more than just Vietnam.
I guess you can say Syria was one. Israel was one. When I think it was, I don't remember which war. I think it was the Yom Kippurim, when that was the one where that was the one where Russia was helping the Arab countries attack Israel. And I think at that one, that's when America, I think when we were losing, America was like, oh, capitalism. And they're like, let's help the democratic country, because
it's kind of ironic if you think about it, because Israel was, well, I don't know if this is then still, but at least when it first came about, Israel was fairly communist, no?
No.
Or was it all the little villages were all very
villages, yeah.
Okay? So the thing as a whole was democratic, wink, wink, but everybody was actually a communist.
No, that's not how.
No, come on, isn't that how it was?
No, it's not how it was. There was a little villages that were, had communist philosophy, but for the country, government worked as was a democratic one, and I think it was also capitalist as well.
It became capitalist.
I mean, yeah.
Communist in the beginning.
I don't know. It was never communist to beginning.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Literally communist,
Yeah.
but more communist ideals.
I don't think
people were from the villages, for example.
that's
So
true.
It would make sense.
See, okay. I don't think it was okay. So it definitely wasn't communism. It might have been socialism.
Oh, okay. Might have been that.
Might have been socialism. I don't know. I don't think it was socialism. I don't think we were working on socialism in Israel.
I thought we were a fairly socialist leaning country at the beginning.
You know what? You might be right. We were probably a very socialist leaning country. I think especially because I remember when people came here, people lived in tents, and the government basically like tended to all the citizens who came here, and everyone had like an egg a day or something. I don't know, some food like that. Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, and then America was like, capitalism.
The Eagles squad.
Yeah, basically. Dude, America, am I right? Fuck yeah. Dude, I saw, speaking of America, I know that an episode with Rick and Morty where the president fights with Rick.
Yes.
That's a very good episode.
Yeah, good episode.
It's a very good episode. I think it's also, I think it's some cool shots at the president as a whole.
I don't actually remember. I remember they joked about the Kennedy tunnels, because I don't think those have been proven. Oh, I don't know if this is proven or not, but at least in theory. So Kennedy was with Marilyn Monroe. Like, he cheated on his wife with Marilyn Monroe while he was a president. So there are theories that there were tunnels under the White House that he took to escort her in and out of the White House without anybody seeing. It's something like that. And then so they talk. They're in the tunnels where they kill the monsters or whatever, and they're like bored out of their mind. That's the Kennedy tunnels. I don't remember. I mean, it's been a long time since I've seen Rick and Morty, except like the last season, which we tend not to talk about. So I don't really remember it that well.
Actually, I heard. I asked Dan and Tiffany, and they told me that season 4 was actually really good.
I thought the first half of season 4, that was the last one, was not very good, but the second half of it was entertaining. But then again, I also thought the season's finale was bad. But there weren't that many episodes in it. But the second half of episodes I thought were good, yeah. But the first half are just, I don't know, they're so meta maybe that it's all meta, and I just don't like it. I don't know what it is. I didn't enjoy it too much.
What? But do they bring Evil Morty back?
I don't think so. No, they don't.
They don't bring.
They show him for a second, but it's not. I don't think so. No.
Bro, that could have been such a good freaking plot. Whatever. Anyways, But I think with the president one, they're like insulted the president about how he like feels, like he like thinks himself. Basically, he has like the biggest ego there ever is because he's like the president of the United States, and it's kind of like he just thinks he's the boss. Like it's like, think about it. If you're in that position, like how do you not feel like you're the boss?
I don't know how you don't become. I mean, there's this saying that absolute power. Wait, no, I don't know what the saying is. People? Yeah, something like that. Oh, absolute power corrupts absolute. Yeah. Something like that. Basically, if you have power, no matter who you are, you're gonna end up corrupt. Yeah, I just don't get how you can, be a president or just a dude in power, or not even in power. Just just have a lot of influence, even if you're really famous, and just not be, just a total douchebag. I just don't know. I don't think if I, for example, somehow became like a fucking billionaire, would just be like a normal guy and be like, yo, what's up, fam? Because also you can't, because you wouldn't be able to go to a store and just chill. Everybody would be like, hello there, can I have your autograph?
It depends if you're famous or not.
Well, no, usually if you're a billionaire, I would say you're on the famous side. No. Also, if you're a president. Also, if you're a president, so your security's with you for the rest of your life.
For the rest of your life?
Yes, because, you don't want to get assassinated or held hostage or whatever. So there's secret services.
Even after term?
Yes, yeah. Huh. Until your death. That's what I'm pretty sure, at least, yeah.
Bro.
It's crazy. Also, imagine if you're like one of these, the fucking kids of like Obama, bro. It's a little hard to live a normal life, probably, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know how you do that, especially because they were still going to school during his term.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, man, that's weird. Yeah, I really don't know. It's a good. Man, dude, that's crazy, man. Having so much power to do anything. And Marilyn Monroe wants to fuck me.
I mean, don't you think you have to be just a little? Don't you think you have to be just a little nuts, or just a little, not screwed on straight to, like, what do you want to do with your life, Jane? I want to be the president of the United States or of Israel, or of just any country, except Russia, because then you just own everything, you're just a god.
Yeah, I think so. But hopefully someone. Yeah, I don't know how you do it. In America, also, I think the president has quite a lot of power. Compared to other countries.
I think you're right.
Yeah. I think especially in the country we live in, it's not as they don't have as much power because it's usually the coalition just working together.
Yeah.
But then again, he is the one who's making moves. They're the prime minister, at least, because it's switcheroo. Because America's president equals Israel's prime minister, because shit is stupid.
Sure.
Well, it's not stupid. It's just wonky. It's like the metric system. Exactly. except.
America's wrong with that one.
Yeah, America's very wrong with that one. Dude, that's such dumb shit. America should, like, I don't know, how do you force a country to switch to it? What's the other one system called? Imperial system, right. Damn, bro, you're cerebral, man.
Knowledge, baby, knowledge. Yeah, I don't like. I think they should adopt the metric system. I'm pretty sure it's a billion times easier said than done, and you can't just be like, you can't. First of all, you'll have a lot of people who'll be like, "Fuck no, I'm gonna use the fucking freedom system," But also, I think it'd just be hard to get everybody to be like, yo, start using the metric system. Also, there might be actual real world implications where if you switch the systems, it probably fucks some shit up for whatever reason.
Whatever. Anyways, this has been the Slice of Spice podcast. I am your host, Dekel, with my co-host, Evie. Go check us out on the YouTube channel, Slice and Spice. If you're watching this on YouTube, leave a like, subscribe for more clips and more podcasts. If you're listening to this on iTunes, leave us a rating. We'd really greatly appreciate it. If you're listening on any of the Spotify, iTunes, follow us. Hit that follow button, okay? We really do appreciate it. And you can go check out more clips at the YouTube channel, Slice and Spice. It has been a Slice and Spice podcast. Have a wonderful day. Any last words, Eddie? We out.